to her. One of my first videos. So I'll take you around. You can see here I have 2 workbenches. They're not the most ideal right now, but they work. Old Craftsman. Picked up for $100 used. Got a vise mounted. Some wood jaws. This is an old table I built that I took the legs off of. Now it's a kind of crappy workbench and outfeed table, but you know, it works. Got my Delta T2. Big fan of this saw. Got it at Lowe's. It's good. Mounted a router table. Have a skill router in there, and I'm working with a Sharpie because it's hard to get down there with the kill switch. Put that thing on, safety first. So it's kind of the center. Then you also have the table saw. Built a little extension table with rollers, kind of just help with tools. Have my main table saw stuff, stops, gripper, remote vacuum, which I'll show in a second, sled. It's nice just to kind of put on this side. Kind of see this right here. And then you kind of go to my dust collection. Got a modified jet. You can see that down here I put another box, and this unit sits on top of that. You can see I have an actual custom box back here that has something they can empty it with. Transparent. All the dust goes through this custom lid that you can kind of see the 2 elbows. It kind of drops all the dust in there. Still using the original cart, which is nice. It kind of goes in the corner. I used to have it in the middle, but trying a different setup. Longer hose that I can just run wherever I need to in the shop. Kind of see right here. Plugs in down there. And I have that going there. And the same thing with this, just kind of runs and hooks right into the bigger tools. This takes you to my jointer. Grizzly, it's from the 90s. 6-inch, works well. Big fan of that. Got this locally. Somebody was giving it away, so I picked it up before everybody else. I also installed Reflectix on my garage. I haven't sealed it yet, but this has actually been helping a lot with the heat. But the main thing has been this very nice AC unit that's very poorly lit. Got a Samsung 18K BTU mini split. That's been wonderful. So that's the only reason I'm able to actually work out here in the middle of Central Texas. No, I'll do that. Back at the dust collector, you can see it's just hosing that I've adapted to there. Then we got wood storage. Kind of see on this side. Just another wood shelf I built together. I put these L brackets on. We gained some really nice slabs from a local guy here in Central Texas. This is a stool I built. Big fan of this. Something I was having fun with one evening. This is my planer and drum sanding cart. So this is on wheels, and this pulls out. As you can see, you got DeWalt DW735, a wonderful planer, and a sand flea. It's a top-fed drum sander. They don't make a ton. I think they don't make these anymore. It's by like RJ Studios or something like that. But this is a fun tool that I might do a separate review on, because it's going to be used for my end grain cutting boards that I'll be making. Got junk in the corner for now. It's kind of going from this side of the shop, kind of go from the center to the right. Got all the cool wood. Got a very nice piece of pecan here. Gonna be making something with. Planer and sander. Junk. Now we're back here. This is my tool chest. You can kind of see it's a little disorganized. You can see drill cabinet, some old bike stuff. Dremel, that's actually how I started woodworking. I was carving spoons during COVID, measurement stuff, normal. Then got some handmade hammers, been practicing those. These have been nice with some chisels. But yeah, got a peg wall, it's gonna need some modifications, some help organizing. This very poorly made stand for my camera, which will do well over time. This is a fun project. It's a rag holder. Left side is linen, right side is like soft, so I can kind of clean stuff off. And underneath I put a drill wireless tool holder with a charger integrated on the side with a napkin rack. This is cool. It stores all my drills. Chemical cabinet. Kind of just see everything in there. This is called the Vacube. This is a shop vac inside an MDF cube. So it reduces the noise with the baffle for the sound to go through the bottom. I have to do a separate video on that. Then it feeds into the dust deputy up here on the top. Reduce the noise tremendously. You kind of hear it here. It's probably 70 decibels instead of 95 without it. Got a 12-inch jet bandsaw. This is a fun, nice here. Got I think a 6-inch throat, but this has been a wonderful addition. This is probably my newest tool here, homemade fence, but it's not the best. We're still working on that. This is the newest tool I got. It's a sliding rigid miter saw from 2010. It's very nice. I put it on top of this custom-made cabinet that I made. This was originally for my lathe, but I realized it was too big, so it became the home for the sliding miter. And then I put these extension wings. You can kind of see that here. These are my first cabinets. Currently there's nothing in there, so I need to store stuff better. You can actually see I'm making good use of my storage because I have all of my hand power tools in here, which I can probably organize better. Got a sander drill cart. Kind of just mounted two things. Took an old utility cart and just put some plywood on it. It's been working well. This is also something I just built. These are the legs from this work table over here. So I was like, why not reuse them? So I made them heavy enough and then mounted my lathe to it with an MDF top. It's been just made a couple days ago, so still kind of figuring out if it worked. And then I weighed it down with these sandbags that I picked up. So you can kind of see it from that perspective. And then you also have kind of my clamp storage at the moment. It's not the best, but you know, it works. And these are some blanks I'll be using for cutting boards and such. Yeah, you kind of get the idea of the shop. You kind of go from the center. We got the door of the house. My storage wall, some raw materials, my cabinet for glues and chemicals, the Vacube with the little shop vac inside, and then like a 20-inch hose on it for getting around the shop, a bandsaw, my sliding miter. It's been fun. Really proud of these cabinet doors. First time I've ever made cabinets, and it took a while to figure out the hinges. Then we have the sander, kind of get the gist of the flow, the lathe, the jointer, dust collector, go in that corner. We'll see about mounting stuff in the future for central ducting, but now I kind of like the long hose. Table saw, planer, center, kind of stuff that's going to go out in the external shed when we get out there. But yeah, this is the shop. Oh, also, can't forget my newest little wall unit here. Helps keep the dust clean. Little shop fox. Just pick that up, little remote control. Well, and then the same thing with here, so can't forget that stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of the shop. Kind of get an idea for how everything is, so use this as the ending. Well, I tried it in earlier, I zoomed in on my mouth, so that's kind of awkward. But yeah, welcome to the shop. Hopefully film some more content. We'll be doing some end grain cutting boards, more lathe stuff. Got these cool, I gotta show you guys this. Got this cool honeycomb material. I did Moon Pie did a video on it already, but I'm gonna do one that I put with resin. So that comes out. Those are gonna be fun. It's made from packing material. But yeah, we'll be doing some more videos. More shop stuff, some lathe projects, and all kinds of fun stuff. Welcome.